the field for the first round of the USA South Women's Lacrosse Tournament, featuring the Huntington College Hawks and the Southern Virginia University Knights. President Jenna and the Southern Virginia University staff, thank you for your support of the student athletes and coaches participating in today's contest. The NCAA and USA South Athletic Conference promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, or sexist comments, intimidating actions directed at coaches, players, officials, or any other team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. Also, the consumption or possession of alcoholic beverages or tobacco products are strictly prohibited. Thank you, and please enjoy today's game. In accordance with tradition at Southern Virginia University, we will begin with a word of prayer, which will be offered by Steph Millington, a senior on the men's lacrosse team. Our Heavenly Father, we wait for this day, therefore, to be here for the goodness of the gospel, and therefore, I thank you for your prayer, and therefore, for the glory of God, and we ask you to bless us that bless us indeed that they be able to perform the best of what they are doing for us, and that everyone help us out this name, and bless the coaching staff, and bless you for the honor. We ask you to bless the letter that will give us continue, and give us the courage and now, if you will all please rise and face the flag for the playing of our nation's national anthem. Thank you.
Hello and welcome everyone to another edition of SVU Broadcasting. Today we bring you the first USA South Conference playoff game against featuring your SVU Knights against the Huntington Hawks. My name is Mark Duffin, and we have got an exciting one to show you today. All eyes today are on the Knights, and if they will continue their dominant streak. They've won 4 straight, including on Saturday against the Huntington Hawks here at SVU, a 20-0 blowout on Saturday. So we have some keys to the game for you today, some very interesting things to see what will happen different from Saturday. In terms of the Hawks, they have 2 major things they need to focus on. First, on their defensive positioning. The Knights really destroyed the Hawks' defense last game with crisp passes inside to wide-open players to get easy shots inside. Elizabeth Todd actually had a really good game considering. She had some really good saves, some really impressive plays. But after so many times with just shots coming from like 3-4 feet away from her, there's only so much Elizabeth Todd can do there in the goal post for the team. So it's up to the Hawks defense to ward away Knights offensive players coming into the lane, into the middle, right in front of the goal, to give Elizabeth Todd as much help as possible there on the defensive end. Secondly, for the Hawks, it's keeping possession. A lot of good defensive possessions for the Hawks were cut short by poor decisions made on the clears or just in the face-offs, in the draw controls. The Hawks could not maintain possession in the game. The ball was mostly in the Knights' possession the entire game, and it was really a struggle for the Hawks in that department. So those are the keys for the Hawks. They really need to focus on keeping the possession, whether it be winning draw controls and faceoffs, or getting good defensive stops, getting the ball down the field, and so on and so forth. For SVU, it's just to do more of the same that they did last game. They did two major things really well. They had the crisp passing inside, as we talked about, and just said for the Hawks. They got some good action going from behind the goal, passing it around. They had really good ball movement. They continue that. They should be successful here again today. Additionally, what they did on defense is that they got in between the passing lanes of the Hawks. Whenever the Hawks would try to clear, get a pass downfield, a Knight would be in front of a Hawk ready to intercept the pass, and they did that both in the transition defense and in the set defense as well. So both things they did is passing lanes. They got in between the passing lanes for the Hawks. So that'll be something if the Knights keep up those two things that they did on Saturday, then they should continue to have success today like they did on Saturday. And an additional interesting thing that is really different from Saturday is the weather. The weather on Saturday was super nice, sunny, like practically perfect for lacrosse. Today it's very overcast, a little bit of a drizzle. So we'll see how that affects the game. It'll be a very interesting one. Obviously, SVU should be favored going into this game. They had the better record throughout the season. They had a really good game on Saturday against these Hawks. Should be favored. But it's the playoffs. You never know. The Hawks could come out with a completely different intensity than they did on Saturday, while the Knights, overconfident in their success that they did have in that last game, come out flat and come out early down. So it'll be a very interesting game. We'll see how the Hawks have transitioned from Saturday. Obviously, just 2 days away, so not a lot of time to really game plan and practice to really change your game plan. So we'll see how they execute, if they can do it better today. And with that said, we'll start the game with the first draw control, with the first face-off. And here we go. And the first face-off is picked up by the Knights. Almost went out of bounds right there, but able to keep with it. And the Knights will have their first possession here on offense. Starting right there, swinging it behind the goal, something they had a lot of success with on Saturday. Knights moving the ball around, looking to get a good matchup. Likely looking to get a good matchup for Alyssa Johnson, who had a great game on Saturday right there as they drive behind the goal, sorry. Alyssa Johnson had 8 points on Saturday on 5 goals. And we got a shot right there. A good save right there from Elizabeth Todd. Good defensive play. The Knights keep it, though. New shot clock for them. Yeah, Alyssa Johnson was very impactful with 5 goals and 3 assists on Saturday. We'll see how much the Knights try to feed her or work within the team dynamic. They did have 11 players score a goal on Saturday. Got a good defensive play, put the ball on the ground. Knights pick it back up. And the Knights really taking it slow here, getting some good ball movement. And right there, a pass deflected to the inside, still picked up by the Knights, still maintained. Knights really taking it slow here. Not as much of the high dynamic, quick offense that they had on Saturday. Much more passing, methodical offense. And we got a shot on the goal, and that will go in for the Knights' first goal of the day. That was number 4, Kate Richards for the Knights. Right there, what we saw from the Knights was different from what they did on Saturday. On Saturday, they were going frenetic pace, trying to get as many shots on the goal as possible, really just trying to overwhelm Elizabeth Todd there in the goal. Right there was a lot more slow, methodical passing. Not as many opportunities on the goal right there, but great job by the Knights right there, great passing. I liked what I saw from the Hawks defense, though, on that possession. The Knights weren't just getting inside at will. It came from a good dodge by Kate Richards as opposed to a good, crisp inside pass. So already what we're seeing from the Hawks is better than what was on Saturday. Good defensive positioning, not allowing the Knights to just get straight into the lane. I'll have another draw control here. And that'll be won by the Hawks. That is a big change from what we saw on Saturday. But right there, a pass deflected, ball put on the ground, and picked up by the Knights. Great defensive play right there by the Knights to bring the possession back to them. You like to see the face-off win, but immediately the passing lane jumped right there by the Knights. And the Knights will look to go back to work. Quick pass inside, not handled well. We'll pull it back out. Another pass inside. And that'll be a second goal for the Knights right there. Really good offensive possession right there. We'll see who scored that goal in just a sec. And that was a goal by number 18, Tyler John, for the Knights, assisted by Alyssa Johnson. Knights already getting settled in their offense, getting good passing going on. That possession was a lot more fast-paced than the first one. Very good adjustment by the Knights right there. And we'll get another draw control here. Already looking to kind of have a feel of the game on Saturday with the Knights scoring 10 points in the first period to get the game into the mercy rule of the continuously running clock. So we'll see if the Hawks can get something going right here. Ball's put on the ground in draw control. And that'll be picked up by the Knights. Already looking to push the pace and put this game away like they did on Saturday. Quick pass inside. It's warded off by the defender right there. Good defense by the Hawks. Quick dodge inside. Shot on the goal, and that is another goal for the Knights. I believe that was number 22, Piper Searle. And so far, you have really good shooting from the Knights so far. They're 3 of 4 on shots, which is 75%. That's a great percentage. Almost unbelievable percentage right there to start the game. But you can see that the Hawks defense is a little bit different right here. They are playing much better defense position-wise, not letting people get into the lane. Just some really good dodges right here from the Knights. They're upping their level of play going into the playoffs here, as opposed to just staying stagnant, believing in the same game plan they had last time. They're letting individuals work, get inside the lane, not allowing too much movement, so that way the defense just has to go one-on-one. And that'll be a timeout for the Hawks right here. A good timeout. Obviously, with it being the playoffs, so this is win or go home. You can't just let yourself get down 10-0 like they did on Saturday. What was interesting with the game on Saturday is that while it had major playoff implications with SVU, if they had lost, going to the 3 seed, and Huntington winning the game, going up to the 6th seed, vice versa, SVU wins, they clinched the 2nd seed. Huntington going down to the 7th seed. Either way, they were going to play each other today. It was this was the matchup for the first game of the playoffs, so it wasn't that intense of a game. While this might have future implications for a home team versus away team, SVU obviously only has one team. They'll go away on the road, probably in the finals if they make it. It didn't have serious implications for this first round, especially for the Hawks. So we'll see. You'll see more aggressive timeout calls from Coach Caitlin Cochran for the Hawks, trying to make sure that that her team stays focused, trying to not let them get in the same hole that they did on Saturday. All right, and coming out of the timeout, we'll have another draw control. That was a very good sign for the Hawks right there that they did win that second draw control of the game. They struggled mightily in the game on Saturday for that, only winning 4 out of 22 throughout the entire game. So it's very important for them. Obviously, with the turnover right after that, didn't have much impact, but it's still good to know that you can win a draw control and hopefully can build on that to put some points on the board, get some opportunities at the goal. There we go, and that draw control will be won by the Knights. And the Knights pushing it up the field, looking to get something set up. And again, they're looking to move behind the goal, keep going to that game plan. It's been working well for them. Keep moving the ball in the circle until they get the matchup they want. Ball in the net of Alyssa Johnson. Passes it off to Kate Richards. Quick pass inside, put on the ground, quickly picked up again by Kate Richards. And the Knights moving the ball around. You see a lot of off-ball movement right in there. Pass to Alyssa Johnson on the inside, quickly warded off by a defender. And that is a great defensive play right there by the Hawks, and the push off from the Knights will give the Hawks possession right there. Great defensive play right there. They was getting a pass inside to Alyssa Johnson, intercepted. Good forced turnover right there for the Hawks. And they'll look to clear. They struggled a lot with clearing on Saturday. Right there, a bad pass put on the ground, picked up by the Knights. And the Knights will look to push it in transition. Quick pass inside, shot a little low to the left. But that'll remain Knights ball with still plenty of time on the shot clock right there. And the Knights will look to get going again. Already their offense seems to be humming, seems to be getting going. We've got a dodge inside from Alyssa Johnson. She'll pull it back out. Ball put on the ground for the mishandled pass, and that'll be a turnover right there again for the Knights. Great defense right there by the Hawks. They're definitely not looking to get put away early right here. Ball still on the ground from the loose pass. That'll be picked up by the Hawks, and that'll be a foul on the Knights. We have a Knight down. On the defensive play right there, tried to cut off the Hawk player rushing down the field right there. Training staff will come out of the field. And you always hate to see this. This is probably the worst level of sport you'd want to get injured in. You so much of your life ahead of you, looking to do so many things, and injuries are never fun. And especially in this sport where it's a more non-contact, rules are a bit stricter on that. All right, and they're getting her up. Looks like she'll walk off the field on her own. That's always a great sign. I believe that's number 24, Skylar Rowe, right there for the Knights. Great offensive player. Skylar was very impactful in their game on Saturday. She had one goal, and she forced a couple turnovers as well without allowing one herself. So she did very well on Saturday. Hope she feels okay as she walks off the field right there. All right, and the Hawks will look to clear. Pass poorly handled, gets put on the ground, but quickly picked up again by the Hawks. Hawks still struggling to get it across. Keeping possession, though. This has been much better than usual. Contested pass right there is put on the ground and picked up by the Knights. Nice defense, was very frenetic there. The Hawks were doing some good passing right there, but ultimately the good defense by the Knights. And that's a quick pass inside to Alyssa Johnson. And she won't take the shot. She'll pull it back out. Sometimes you can be just too close to the goal right there. The goalie seems really large right in the goal right there. So sometimes you can be just too close. Knights looking to go to work. That's a shot on the goal by Kate Richards. Another save right there from Elizabeth Todd. And that'll be Hawks ball. A great defensive play right there. Hawks moving the ball up the field. And Knights defense just not let anything go easy. Quick pass up the field, put it on the ground. And that'll be picked up by the Knights. Now the Knights will look to clear. That was a very optimal clear attempt for the Hawks. Just didn't quite get that last pass to connect right there. And the Knights will connect and are looking to rush down the field, get an easy opportunity in transition. But the good recovery defense from the Hawks. Look to slow it down, get some passes in, find a good matchup. And as we reach the halfway point here in this first period, got the Knights on offense right here. Ball's put on the ground. Large fight for it, and that'll be Hawks ball, and they'll look to push it with the transition defense not really set. Pass across the field, ball's put on the ground. And that'll be picked up by the Knights. Some great defensive plays here early from the Hawks, not wanting to let anything easy go through. The Knights will advance the ball. The Knights just sticking with the same game plan. Move it around, get some good passes. Maybe we'll get a good dodge inside or a good pass. Here we have another dodge attempt. It will be brought back out and pass behind the goal. Got a shot on the goal. And that'll be a point for the Knights. That'll make the score 4-0 for the Knights here early with 6 minutes left to go in the period. That was number 8, Kaya Baston for the Knights. Very good play right there. That followed most of the plays they had been running for this first period. Lots of good dodges, good movement off the ball, good passing. A lot different from what they did on Saturday. A lot less crisp passing inside to get inside, but some good dodges to replace those inside attacks for the Knights. Their lead is now up to 4 as we get another draw control, another face-off. That ball's popped up, put on the ground, and that'll be picked up by the Hawks. But good check, puts the ball on the ground, fight for it. That'll be picked up by the Knights. Right there again, great defense. A lot less self-inflicted wounds for the Hawks, but a lot better defense for the Knights right here in this game. The Knights look to push it. And then ball's in the net of Alyssa Johnson there at the top of the key as they look to get a play set up. Pass inside, shot on the goal, and that is in for the Knights for their 5th goal of this period. That was number 1, Riley Webster, assisted by Alyssa Johnson. That is Alyssa Johnson's 2nd assist so far in the game. Very good orchestration from her there at the top of the key. And right there, just a well set up play. They just put Alyssa Johnson alone up an island at the top of the key, and then they had 2 people move inside, set screens for other people to run around them, and get whoever came inside first for the open goal right there. Well designed play right there for the Knights. All right, we'll have another draw control here. 5.5 minutes left to go in the period. See if the Hawks can get anything going here. That'll be picked up by the Knights right there. A lot fiercer battle here on the on the faceoffs here than there were on Saturday. Great hustle by the Hawks. Pass inside to Tyler John, and that is in for another goal. Right there, they ran the same play that they did the previous offensive possession, except this time instead of the person on the right getting the ball to put it in, the person on the left got it. So that'll be Tyler John with the goal, and that'll be her third goal, I believe. Nope, second goal of the period for Tyler John. And you can just see, despite the Hawks' improved effort and defensive execution, the Knights are just elevating their play just that much more to keep with the Hawks trying to stay alive in this matchup. And we'll get another face-off here. Ball's on the ground, and that'll be picked up by the Knights. Very close one right there. Knights get the clear, but taking it slowly, not rushing it at all. Knights just taking it slow, not wanting to push anything, get any sloppy turnovers. They're just taking it slow and getting their shots. Bad pass put on the ground. And that'll be scooped up by the Hawks, and that'll be Hawks possession. Great defensive play right there. They are sticking with it. They are not letting their morale go. Even despite being down in a pretty big hole in the first period, the Hawks are fighting hard, not letting any defensive possession go to waste. Failed clear right there for the Hawks, and the Knights will be going the other way. Quick shot on the goal, saved by Elizabeth Todd. That was an amazing defensive play right there. One-on-one with the attacking Knight and just blocked it right there. Very impressive play right there. After a good check, it'll be the Knights' ball, and they have numbers 4-3 right here. But great coordination by the lower number Hawks, and they get it right back in. But a quick pass inside, the shot on the goal will be just wide. And that'll stay Knights' ball. That was great transition defense right there from the Hawks. That could have very easily turned into the Knights' 7th goal of the day, but quickly warded the Knights players off. And the Knights just going right back to their game plan. It's been working for them, and they're just going to keep running it until it fails. Pass in the middle, put on the ground. And that'll be picked up by the Hawks. Turnover there on the Knights. Ball's put on the ground, picked up by the Hawks. And that'll be a violation right there on the Knights. So the Hawk getting a little bit of a breather right there. And the Hawks will clear it. Their first clear of the day. They got a running one-on-one with the goalie right there. Shot on the goal, and that is in for the Hawks. Gives them their first goal of the day off of the excellent transition opportunity. that can be the issue sometimes with that full ride defense that the Knights have been employing both in the last game and this one, is that if they manage to get some good passes, the Hawks get some good passes in and get past it, it's one-on-one with the goalie. And right there, excellent shot right there. We'll see who put that in for the Hawks. And that was number 22, Peyton Beechler, for the Hawks for their first goal of the day. Absolutely killer time for the Knights to lose their focus on defense right there. Gives the Hawks some life in this matchup. Their first shot of the day going in, already getting to see the ball go in the net. So a very costly mistake right there for the Knights. And we got another face-off here, ball put on the ground. And that'll be a Knights ball off the violation on the Hawks. And with the shot clock off right here, with 65 seconds left to go in the period and 80 seconds left to go on the shot clock, the Knights will probably look to wear down the clock and just take the last shot. And the Knights moving it forward. It's very interesting to see on those clear opportunities right there that the Knights bring up their goalkeeper Jessica Webb all the way to the 50-yard line. Ball's in the hands of number 9, Addison England. Passes it up to Tyler John, who passes out behind the goal. Nothing there. Great defense there by the Hawks to ward off the attacking Tyler John. Pass inside. No shot attempt. Nice moving around with 15 seconds left on the shot clock. And that is the end of the first quarter right there. The Knights, your SVU Knights lead the Hawks 6-1. Very interesting period. The Knights played very well on both ends for some great turnovers, got some good shots on the goal. But the Hawks really playing with an intensity they didn't have on Saturday. Their defense forced a lot of turnovers for SVU. Both teams tied in the turnover battle 6-6. On Saturday, the difference was quite stark. Huntington had 25 turnovers to SVU's 16, including a 10-6 margin in the first period. So a very good job from the Hawks to, one, limit their turnovers and also force turnovers on the Knights. Obviously, still a pretty big deficit. 5 points is a bit, but you can take heart if you're the Hawks, that you've already in great defensive plays. You got a good transition opportunity. A lot of things are going right for you right now if you're the Hawks compared to Saturday. So definitely going into the second period, they'll look to continue to build on that. Get a good clear, get some more draw control wins, and they're looking good in this game if they can start building some momentum right there. And the Knights obviously just had some errors, but most of it was just forced by the Hawks defense. In terms of the Hawks offense, there were a few miscues in terms of passing, but those were mostly caused by the SVU defense. So right now, just a very competitive game. The score doesn't quite reflect it, but it's been quite good for both teams looking to advance in this USA South playoff game. All right, and coming out of the break, I believe we'll start off with a face-off right here to begin the period. We'll get going. We'll see what changes the coaches made right there in that timeout, in that period between the quarters. We'll see what they change, what they wanted their teams to do better, focus on more, have more intensity in. See what we got here. First face-off of the second. And that'll be picked up by the Hawks. Great face-off win right there, but a poor pass puts the ball out of bounds and will give the ball to the Knights. Great face-off win right there, though. They got the ball on their side of the field and immediately started running with it. You build on that, you get that pass to connect, and that could have been another easy transition goal right there for the Hawks. Knights pushing the ball up the field. Get the ball right inside. And that on their first shot of the second period, that is a goal for the Knights. That was number 2, Alyssa Johnson, for her first goal of the game. Very good possession right there for the Knights, not wanting to take the goal from the Hawks laying down. Quickly got off the field, quickly got a pass inside, and Alyssa Johnson just put it right in from 5 feet away. That was assisted by Roxy LeBaron for the Knights. Very good pass right there to put the Knights up 7-1. All right, a good sign for the Hawks in their last faceoff. Got a win right there. Quickly turned the ball over, but got a win right there. And if they keep the ball in their possession, they have a good opportunity here if they can continue winning faceoffs. And that'll be another faceoff win for the Hawks. Pulling the ball back a little bit, trying to be a little bit safer. Knights being very aggressive on the full field defense. Oh, and very good move right there. Allows the Hawks to get into an offensive set. And we'll see what this Hawks team can do with their first offensive possession of the day outside of transition. Ball's put on the ground to fight for it, and that'll be picked up by the Knights. Very close right there, just couldn't handle the dodge right there as the ball slipped out. Knights looking to clear, taking it slow. And they get it clear and are looking to push. Quick dodge right there, swing it around behind the goal. And a quick dodge inside with a head full of steam, but is warded off by the Hawks defenders. Again, great defense right there from the Hawks. Quick shot on the goal. That's a little wide. And it looks like we might have a penalty on the Hawks right here, giving the Knights their first free position opportunity of the day. I believe that is number 2, Alyssa Johnson down there. All right, and there we go. Shot on the goal. And that'll be saved. Elizabeth Todd again with the save. Great defensive play right there. Got a long pass down the field. And that'll be picked up by the Knights. That's really where the Hawks were hurt last time, where those long passes down the field, easily intercepted by the Knights. And the Knights will look to go right back to work on offense. Quick dodge inside, got open inside, but quickly warded off. Another pass, another shot, and that'll be in for the Knights. Great play right there from Tyler John to pass it out after 3 defenders collapsed. Get the other streaking Knight inside to get the shot right in there. That will be number 22, Piper Searle for the Knights. Great cut right there and a great pass to the cutting Piper Searle from Tyler John. That'll be Tyler John's 3rd point of the day, matching Alyssa Johnson with Tyler John has 2 goals and 1 assist, while Alyssa has 1 goal and 2 assists. So very good work from the 2 of them, looking to orchestrate this offense and keep them majorly in the lead. All right, we'll have another draw control here. And that'll be easily won by the Knights right there. And they'll look to run and get an easy transition opportunity. Good recovery there from the Hawks defense. And the Knights will go right back to work. Good check, puts the ball on the ground, but easily picked up by the Knights. We'll see what the call from the officials is here. And looks like a penalty on the Hawks, giving the Knights another free possession opportunity. And the Knights, instead of taking the shot, will look to bring it back. And that is a great check from the Hawks. And they'll look to run it out. And an over-aggressive check right there will keep the ball with the Hawks. Great defensive play right there. Knights look to draw the free position out, but instead got a good play right there from the Hawks. Hawks looking to clear. Ball still on the ground. And it'll be picked up by the Knights. Tough go right there of the passing for the Hawks. Pass inside, ball gets put on the ground, and that'll be picked up by the Hawks. Turnover right there for the Knights. That is a quick turnover right there for the Hawks. I think the pass got blocked right there. Looks like number 18, Tyler John, blocked that pass. So far this period, we've got some great defensive plays by both teams and some poor miscues by both teams in the passing. Drive inside, Tyler John, shot on the goal, and that is in. Great dodge right there from Tyler John. Just had her way right there in the middle. And that'll be her 3rd goal of the game, along with another assist that gives her 4 points for the Knights from Tyler John. Great performance she is showing here today. All right, here comes another draw control. Ball still on the ground. And that'll be picked up by the Hawks. Been doing much better on draw controls this period. Ball gets put on the ground and fight for it. And that'll be Hawks ball as the Knights push the ball out of bounds. Good check from behind, puts the ball on the ground. And that'll still stay Hawks ball as the Knights as it gets forced out of bounds. And a bad pass will put the ball out of bounds, and it'll be Knights ball. Very aggressive defense by the Knights. Hawks are trying to work their way around it. But even when they successfully do, there comes another bad pass that isn't handled well or goes out of bounds. An aggressive check right there on the pass. That'll keep the ball with the Knights. And they get the clear. Quick dodge inside. And that'll be a penalty on the Hawks, giving the Knights their third free position opportunity this game. Last one, the Hawks got a pretty good turnover off of it and got a good transition opportunity. So we'll see what happens here. Looks like number 1, Riley Webster, in there for the Knights. And she'll take the shot on the goal, and that is saved by Elizabeth Todd. Great job right there, going one-on-one. I believe that makes the Knights 0 for 3 on free position opportunities. 2 saves from Elizabeth Todd and a turnover on the second time. Very good defense right there from the Hawks. Quick dodge inside. Pull it back out. Nothing there for Tyler John. Pass to Riley Webster. And nothing quite there. 15 seconds left on the shot clock, and Hawks playing very good defense. Nothing there for Riley Webster. Knights with 2 seconds left on the shot clock. They'll get a shot off. No shot off in time. They'll call that a shot clock violation right there. Hawks ball. Great defense right there. They didn't allow anyone inside. Gave them nothing easy. And Knights still running down the field. Had some opportunities, but turnover again. Knights ball. Knights pushing up the field. They have equal numbers. But they will get warded out. Pass inside. No shot. Great defense right there from the Hawks. They were fighting desperately to not allow anyone in there. Quick dodge over. Shot is over the goal right there for Alyssa Johnson. It will remain Knights ball. Quick dodge inside right there off the screen from Alyssa Johnson. But I'll get pulled out. Hawks are starting to figure out this Knights offense, not letting anything inside. Shot on the goal, and that is in. That is an amazing shot right there from Alyssa Johnson. The Knights defense was sturdy. Alyssa didn't get a particularly good shot in the goal, but just put it in anyway. Excellent shot right there from Alyssa Johnson. And shots like those can be the most demoralizing for a defense. You play extremely well. You do everything correctly there on that possession. And just good offense will always beat good defense. And that's an unfortunate go for the Hawks right there. The score is now 10-1 in favor of the Knights with 6 minutes left to go in this half. We'll get another face-off here. And that'll be won by the Knights. Alyssa Johnson easily scooping that one up. Nice, just taking it slow. Good positioning by the Hawks, not allowing the cutter to have any good room to receive a pass. Got a shot on the goal right there from number 24, Skylar Rowe. Great shot right there. Again, that was another good dodge, but it was still good defense. That was just another opportunity of good defense, but just even better offense. Yeah, 2v1 between your defender and the goalkeeper is typically not preferred in lacrosse, but Skylar Rowe still putting it in there for the Knights. That increases the score to 11-1, and this is the situation that the Hawks did not want to find themselves in again. They are now again in the mercy rule. The clock will continue moving, giving the Hawks less and less time for them to get back into this game. And the Knights will win that face-off right there. They'll look to go back to work. Push this lead even further. Mercy rule only stays intact if you're up by 10, so if the Hawks score another one, the mercy rule ends. So Knights looking to soften that, to inflate that lead, so that way they can keep the mercy rule going. Quick dodge right there inside, and the goal keep. Elizabeth Todd caught just too far away from the goal. That'll be the Knights' 12th goal of the game. And that'll be the second goal right there for Kaya Bateston. Great job right there. Just a good dodge. The Knights are getting some really good movement inside. They're not getting some particular passes like they did on nearly every possession last game. They are just getting a step on their defender, or just running inside and getting some good shots. The defense for the Hawks has not been bad by any means. They've been positioned well, warding off attackers time and time again, but just getting the one times where they're going to step late, and the Knights are putting it in almost every time. 12 out of 21 for their shots. And that is, again, won by the Knights right there. Good check, puts the ball on the ground, but easily picked right back up. Let's move the ball around. We got a good dodge right in the middle right there. No shot taken. Good defense right there. Collapsed and didn't make the Knight feel comfortable taking the shot right there. Got Tyler John cutting inside. Immediately met by 3 defenders. Got a great pass right there, but again, we've got a yellow flag right yellow flag right here. Looks like that'll be on the Hawks. We'll give Tyler John the free position opportunity. She's been very dangerous this game, already with 3 goals. She'll pull it back out, pass it in. Had a shot opportunity right there, but lost the ball, and that'll be picked up by the Hawks, and they'll look to rush it down the field. Check puts the ball on the ground, scoot back up. Hawks, large pass upfield, almost lost. Picked right back up. And that'll be practically a steal right there from Tyler John. Pass inside. And it'll pass right back out to Tyler John, and the Knights will take it slow. That'll be another yellow flag on the Hawks. You can see the defense starting to get a little bit more aggressive as they get further and further down, not wanting to let any more points go up there on the board, but giving the Knights opportunities right here. And the Knights will turn it over. Bad pass right there, trying to get it to the back of the goal. And it'll be Hawks ball with 40 seconds left to go in the game. We'll see what they're able to do here. Be a major confidence booster going into the half, having scored another point right before. And the Hawks will clear. Look to keep the passing going. Good passing right here. Knights defense playing frenetically, not letting anything easy go. Hawks playing good offense, trying to get the ball up. And the Hawks with 3 seconds left on the clock to get a shot. They'll get a shot on the goal, and that will miss right there. That'll be in the half. That will end the half right there. The score is 12 for your SVU Knights to the Huntington Hawks 1. And while the score isn't much different from that of Saturday's game, it certainly does feel like a little bit more of a different game. The Hawks certainly putting out a lot more effort, having much better execution both in their clears and in their defense especially. Some great defense played by the Hawks. But the talent and the execution of the Knights really just shining through right here, not allowing a single shot on the goal in that period on their side. At the end, they had allowed the one with the last second attempt. So a very rough rough half of lacrosse for the Hawks. They'll look to recover, hopefully put an end at least to the mercy rule quickly into the third period, get some quick face-off wins, and get some quick clears to hopefully get some shots on the goal and put some points on the board. They really need to end this mercy rule so that way they have more time to get force a comeback. But right now, the Knights are rolling in their offense and especially their defense. And with that, we'll go ahead and take a break. We'll see you here at the beginning of the second half of this SVU Knights women's lacrosse game. Hello and welcome everyone back to the second half of this edition of SVU Broadcasting. The Huntington Hawks had a pretty rough first half right there. There were several unforced turnovers, but mostly it was just the Knights defense really making it hard on the Hawks transition offense. Additionally, the Hawks played very well on defense, but it didn't quite matter. The Hawks offense, the Knights offense just really taking over the game. Hawks trying everything to stay in this game. The result so far at the end of the first half resembling the end of the first half of the game on Saturday, score being 12-1 in favor of the Knights. However, as I said, the Hawks have shown some major improvements in just the 2 days between the two games. Their defense has been way stronger, forced a lot more turnovers, been a lot more aggressive on that end, and the offense has gotten some good clears. There's some good passing right there. The Knights defense really just turning up the intensity when the Hawks get going with their passing. So just a big difference right there, but some bright spots right here for the Hawks. We'll see how they continue, if they can build on those bright spots. It is imperative for them to really put 2 goals here up on the board early in the second half, as they are in the mercy rule. And without getting out of that soon, it'll be very unlikely for a comeback. Still a lot of lacrosse to go, though. 30 minutes left, and we'll see what the Hawks can do here, and if the Knights can just keep with the game plan. First face-off of the second half, and that'll be won by the Knights. Knights taking it slow, not needing to push for a lot of time. Pass ahead, it gets the ball is put on the ground, recovered by a Knight, number 22. Piper Sherwell covers it, and they'll look to go back to work as they get the clear. Hawk get it to number 2, Alyssa Johnson at the top of the key. She'll look to go to work. Quick dodge inside. Good dodge right there. But good defense. Check the ball out, but the ball picked up by the Knights. We got a call right here, and that'll go against the Hawks, giving the Knights the free position opportunity. As you can see, the Hawks really trying everything, even being a little bit overzealous right there, trying to stop the Knights offense from putting more goals up on the board. But on the free position opportunity, Knights will pull it back out, won't take the shot. They've got 25 seconds left on the shot clock. .15 now. Alyssa Johnson will look to go to work. Stifled by the defense. Bad pass inside, and that'll be picked up by Elizabeth Todd. Hawks ball. Great defense right there. Anytime the Knights got anywhere close to the inside, they were immediately met by a defender to ward them off. Great pass ahead right there. Hawks looking to move it up. And they get the clear. Still some aggressive defense from the Knights, pushing them back. And the Knights will take the ball off a good check. But another bad pass will end up right with Elizabeth Todd, and then will go back to work for the Hawks looking to clear. Excuse me, it's not Elizabeth Todd right there in the goal. That's Mia Hallbrook for the Hawks. And that'll be another turnover on the Hawks on the clear. Knights going ahead. They have good transition opportunity right here. Quickly warded off. Good communication and cohesiveness right there from the Hawks defenders. But see, this is the problem with as good as the Hawks defense has been. There's only so much punishment you can take before eventually wearing down. That's been the case, is that they've been on the defensive end too much. The Knights have been given every opportunity to crack their defense. Tyler John will look to go to work. Immediately warded off, gets inside. Met by 3 defenders, will pull it back out. And will look to go back to work again. Passes it off. Nothing there. Pass inside to Tyler John. And that'll be a goal right there. Tyler John's 4th of the game. And that'll be assisted right there by Kate Richards. Great passing right there. They weren't getting anything inside, so had that little two-man action. Tyler John passing it to Kate Richards, and then Kate Richards getting it inside when Tyler John did the cut to the goal. So a very good play right there for the Hawks. For the Knights, puts them up 13-1. But yeah, that's been the problem with the Hawks. Is as good as their defense has been, as many times as they ward out a Knights offensive player, another one just quickly replaces the one they just warded off. So it's just constant punishment right there from the Knights, and only so much you can do on the defensive end. Got to get some offensive opportunities. And the Knights will win the face-off. We'll look to take it slow, pass it back. Take as much time as possible, not take any unnecessary risk right here. Shot on the goal right there, and that'll be another goal right there off of the quick opportunity. Rush from the 30-yard line all the way to the 15 for a shot right there. And that will be number 3, Roxy LeBaron for the Knights right there with the goal. Great shot right there. That was something that the Knights have, that was their first time running that type of play today, with the offensive player getting the head of steam from way back in the midfield. So a great play right there from the Knights. Completely caught the Hawks flat-footed there on defense. I believe we have a timeout here from the Hawks. You're really getting to your last-ditch attempt here, because with the time constantly running, there's not much time left to mount a comeback of this quantity. So very good timeout right here, trying to get your players focused in for the last push to try and force some momentum your way. right, and as we come out of the timeout here, we'll look to see what the Hawks can do. They did make an interesting change there at goalkeep. They put in Mia Hallbrook there. We'll see if that has a large impact right there. Knights offense really putting together some good plays, so a very difficult test for Mia right there. But we'll see what she can do right there. See if she can get some good saves and get some good clear opportunities started for the Hawks. We'll get a face-off here off the Knights goal. All right, and it's up and in the Knights' possession. Look to run it up immediately, getting a good opportunity right here. They have numbers. But again, good defense by the Hawks. Right, a pass inside to open Tyler John. Good check from behind, puts the ball on the ground, and that'll be Hawks' ball. Great recovery right there. They did not have the advantage right there. A violation on the Knights right there. We'll let the Hawks get a little opportunity set up right there. Intercepted right there by the Knights, and they are running down the field. Wasn't a bad pass, but just a really good defensive play right there. Knights back on offense. And moving right back to their game plan. Swinging around the goal, getting some good passes in the circle right there until they get a good matchup, a good cut, something. It's worked very well for the Knights so far today. Got a dodge right here. Shot on the goal. And that is saved right there. Mia Holbrook for the Hawks, and she'll get the pass up there a little bit low, and that'll be sent out of bounds. Great save right there, but a costly turnover as they had the opportunity to advance the ball. Hawks moving it up, Knights moving it up. Moving it behind the goal. We have 7 minutes gone here in this third period. Pass inside, right on the goal, a little bit over though. That was number 1, Riley Webster with the close shot right there. It'll remain Knights' possession though. 55 seconds left on the shot clock for them. Great dodging there, right? Great spin move right there. I believe that was number 22, Piper Searle. Yep, number 22, Piper Searle. That was a great dodge right there. Just took an excellent spin move and took it all the way to the goal. And that's a really rough position if you're goalkeep Mia Holbrook, because you've got 2 options right there. You can stick in the goal, cover as much space as possible, as close to the goal, and hope to save it right there. Or you can move up on the attacker right there, number 22, Piper Searle, and try to block it right there. Give Piper as little room as possible to shoot the goal. It's a risk. It's a risk that you got to take sometimes as a goalkeeper. And right there, it did not pay off. Extends the Knights' lead to 15-1. Ball still on the ground, and that'll be picked up by the Knights. Knights starting to run away with every draw control opportunity here. And a great shot right there. I believe that's number 4, Kate Richards. We'll get the official call soon. Yep, number 4, Kate Richards. She lost the handle right there, rolled the ball, but as soon as she picked it up, the defenders were off their step, and she was able to just dash right inside and get a quick goal. And that is Kate Richards' second goal of the game right there. Just good all-around play from several different offensive players for the Knights. Look to get another face-off. It looks like number 15, Mulitalo, for the Knights is in there, and number 11, Mackenzie Wolford, for the Hawks in there on the face-off. And that ball's picked up by the Knights, and they look to go right back to work. They have numbers. But an aggressive check right there will definitely give the Knights a free position opportunity. And looks like a woman up opportunity as well. You can tell that was just a frustration play getting back on the transition and just trying to stick with it right there. Unfortunate play for the Hawks. All right, and on the free position opportunity, the Knights will just pull it back. Not do anything too risky there. They dodge inside, shot on the goal, and that is in right there. I believe that's number 3, Roxy LeBaron, for her second goal of the game. Great dodge right there. A great screen set by number 15, Mulitalo right there. Great plays all around for the Knights. The score is now up to 17-1. We've got about 5 minutes here left in this period, and the clock just continues to tick down. Again, for the Hawks, it's getting very, very close to the end of the line right here. You have to make up 16 points just to send into overtime with about 20 minutes left in the game. So a very tall task right here ahead of the Hawks if they want to fight back into this. And that'll be won by the Knights right there. They are taking advantage of every draw control in this half. Running right up the field. Quick shot on the goal immediately. And that'll be a goal right off the face-off for the Knights. And that'll be number 2, Alyssa Johnson. That was just the definition of speed right there, just running ahead and getting ahead of the Hawks defense. And something we haven't seen from the Knights a whole lot this game is that there was they've been warded off by the Hawks defense right there. You would think the way the game has gone, the Hawks defense would have gotten Alyssa to back off right there, but she just had the confidence to shoot over the 2 in front of her and get the ball in the net right there. So that'll be her 3rd goal of the game and her 5th point with the addition of her 2 assists. Tying Tyler John right there, 5 each. Another face-off. Ball still on the ground. And that'll be Hawks ball right there. A little bit over-aggressive there on the Knights. And the Hawks look to go to work. They have a good opportunity right here. Hawks looking for a good opportunity. They'll swing it behind the goal. Pass inside right there. We got a shot on the goal just left, but it'll remain Hawks possession. It was a good play right there. Get the ball right inside. Another pass, and it'll go out long. And the Hawks will look to set something up again. 2.5 minutes left in this period. Ball put on the ground to the good check, and that'll be the Knights ball off the over-aggressive protection of the ball there on the ground. And the Knights will look to clear. Two minutes here left here in the period. Got a good dodge in there. And I think a timeout was called. Yes, a timeout was called by the Knights right before the by the check of the Hawks that forced the ball out on the ground. It's coming out of the timeout. It will be Knights ball. Playing very well here in this second half. being very aggressive, much more aggressive than they were in the first half, really looking to put this away. They're getting close to that point. Running up, winning faceoffs. I'm pretty sure they've won every draw control so far this period. Playing very well, playing with emphasis, looking to put this game away. Very good play by the Hawks, by the Knights. All right, and as we come out of the timeout here, it'll be Knights ball with 1 minute and 44 seconds left on the clock in this period. We'll see what comes out of the timeout here. Of course, this game getting pretty far out of the reach. Knights are up 17 with about 17 minutes left to go in this game. But if the Hawks put it into overdrive, force turnovers, get opposite transition opportunities before the Knights can get set up, they could surprise. They could force their way back up to maybe 10 points, and we'll see what happens if that happens. Knights swinging the ball around, 43 seconds left on the shot clock. Nothing there for number 7, Ashlyn Sanger. Pass it out behind the back, and that'll go out of bounds. Poorly handled pass. That'll give the Hawks an opportunity. Long pass downfield. Doesn't quite reach his mark, and that will go far back. But that'll be Knights ball right there. Great hustle by number 7, Mary Megan St. John Jr. right there, trying to get that ball off the long pass. Nothing quite there. Knights goalkeeper Jessica Webb really just had the better position right there for it. The Knights have the ball. It doesn't look like the shot clock's running. There's 25 seconds left in the period. So we'll see what they get here. Ten seconds left for the Knights. Ball's put on the ground. Scooped right back up. Pass inside. Shot just left. 1 second left. Nothing there, and that'll be the end of the period. Score is 18-1 in favor of the Knights. And right now looking very similar to the game on Saturday. Score is 18-0 at the end of the third period in that game. Very consistent scoring by the Knights. They've scored 6 in each period. In the game on Saturday, they scored 10, 4, and 4. So a little bit different scoring spread. Very consistent for the Knights. They're not backing down on the scoring. Just keeping it going. And the Hawks really on the brink right here. Not much they can really do to get back into this game. They need to go on a historic run right here. But what they've shown today has been very good. It's been far from the complete domination that the Knights put on Saturday. It's been far from that. Knights have been much more precise today, trying to be a lot more methodical and slow with their offense. And a lot of that has been in large part to the Hawks' improved defense. They've gotten very good positioning, warded out the Knights' offensive players, but just with the lack of opportunities on the offensive end due to turnovers, forced or otherwise, it's just been constant pressure for the Hawks' defense, and it hasn't been able to withstand throughout the entire game. So right now, we'll take the opportunity to go over the game leaders for the Knights. In terms of points, you have Alyssa Johnson and Tyler John with 5 points apiece. And then you have Roxy LeBaron and Kate Richards with 3 apiece. In terms of caused turnovers, you have 4 players for SVU with 2 caused turnovers in Josie Skopek, number 15, Fa'aletupu Mulitalo, Tyler John, and Piper Searle, all with 2 caused turnovers. For the Hawks, you have Sydney Perfate with 2 caused turnovers, and Kate Hudson and Mackenzie Wolford, each with 1. Like I said, some good defense on that side for the Hawks, forcing some turnovers. Just a lot of disorganization there on the offensive end, trying to transition, giving the Knights every opportunity they need to get the ball in the net. We'll start this 4th period here. Win there for the Knights. Rushing up already at the 10-yard line. But nothing there. No one to pass it to in the middle, and they'll swing it behind the goal. Good check, puts the ball on the ground. And the Hawks looking to push it. Almost got forced out of bounds right there. Nothing you can really do at that point when you get put in that hole. See who's called on. That was called on the Hawks, so it'll be Knights ball on their side of the field. Knights moving the ball around, swinging it behind the goal. It was interesting, we saw some substitutions right there. They put in number 28, Ellie Patterson. Right there when they are on offense. Ellie Patterson mainly a defense player, so interesting substitutions for the Knights right there, being up large. And the Knights just taking it slow. Not pushing anything, just passing it around. Got a dodge right in there. Nothing there for Ashlyn Sanger. We'll pass it back out. And just nothing here for this Knights offense. Not being allowed inside. Got a dodge right there, right up, and that'll be a goal right there. A miscommunication there on defense. Left Ashlyn Sanger around the back, wide open. Again, that was right there. It's when you're on the defensive side for so long, eventually miscommunications will happen, and those are more costly than offensive miscommunications. So, in terms of the errors, it's just eventually stuff breaks down. The Knights just wearing down the Hawks, as good as their defense has been. We'll get another face-off here with 2.5 minutes gone here in this final period. All right, here we are. And that face-off won by the Knights. Ball popped out right there. Thought the Hawks had a chance, but didn't quite end up in one of their nets. Quick dodge in there, and that'll be saved right there. Mia Holbrook right there getting the save. And the Hawks are on the offensive again. Large pass downfield. Didn't quite end up in the net of a Hawk. And on the aggression right there, trying to get the ball back, it'll be Knight's ball. Just some of those unfortunate things that have been happening for the Hawks. You get a good save right there by your goalie. You get a pass downfield, fighting for it, and on the check, just a little bit too aggressive. A dodge inside, shot on the goal. Popped right out to a Knight. Pass inside is out, and that'll end up in the net of Mia Holbrook. Again, another clear opportunity for the Hawks. A large pass downfield again. Ball's on the ground. Picked up by a Hawk. Put back on the ground. That'll stay with the Hawks. Over aggression right there on the Knights. Pass ahead, put on the ground. That'll be picked up by the Knights. Pass was broken up by the two defenders near the passer of the Hawks. And the Knights will clear it. 5 minutes elapsed in this final period. And the Knights passing it back, taking his time, much time as possible, being safe. I want to turn the ball over, just keep it safe, keep the clock ticking. Number 8, Kaya Bateston at the top of the key right there. Looking to get something going. Great defense right in front of her, but a miscommunication right there. Great save by Mia Holbrook. Kaya got the goal in front of her, but just a great save right there off the miscommunication. Another poor pass right there on the clear opportunity. That'll go back to the Knights, but the ball's put on the ground. That'll go out of bounds. That'll be Hawks ball with good position already on their side of the field. So if they can get their personnel, they can maybe push something right here. Pass ahead, great passing right there. Wove it right in between two Knights. And the Hawks looking to go to work. Got a good opportunity here. 60 seconds left on the shot clock. Plenty of time to get something going. Pass out, dash in the middle, shot on the goal. And that'll be a goal for the Hawks. Great play right there. Great pass into the middle. I believe that'll be number 22, Peyton Beechler. We'll get the official call right here. That'll be number 27, Amara Vang, for the Hawks. Great play right there. Just a great pass inside. That's exactly what you want to see from your offense on that side. When you have a solid possession. The Hawks haven't had very many opportunities like that, but when they've had them, they've taken advantage of them. They're 2-4 on their shots on the day, which is a really good percentage. They just haven't gotten the opportunities there at the goal like they have been throughout this game. All right, we're about halfway ellipsed through this final period as we get the face-off following the Hawks score. Ball is up, and that'll be taken by the Knights. Hawks almost had that one. Pass put on the ground. Nearly sent out of bounds. Kept with the Knights. Dash inside. Saved again. Mia Holbrook having herself a period. Doing very well to keep her team in this game, not allowing more shots to go in the goal. And the Hawks will look to clear. Got two defenders right there on the ball handler. And she'll get across. She'll get the clear. Hawks with numbers. very well could have an opportunity right here. It looks like that'll be a penalty on the Knights. Might give the Hawks a free position opportunity right here. Not a very good free position opportunity, but Hawks have the ball on their 10-yard line, have another opportunity here to score. That'll be a pass out of bounds, just mishandled, and that'll be Knights ball. Knights will just take it slow. Looks like we got number 21, Morgan Bunch, in there for SVU in the goal keep, taking out Jessica Webb. Bad pass put on the ground, fight for it, still ends up with the Knights. 5.5 minutes left here in this final period. And the Knights slow it down. .45 seconds left on the shot clock for the Knights. Getting a quick dodge in there. Nothing happening from there. Good defense by the Hawks. Knights pushing it in. Still nothing. Good defense from the Hawks, warning off the Knights. It looks like we got a infraction there from the Hawks. I'll give the Knights the free position opportunity. Take the shot on the goal, and that'll go in off the free position opportunity. That'll be for number 17, India Asay. Right there, great stuff off the free position opportunity. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that good of an opportunity. Just put it in. Great fake right there, bounced it up off the ground into the goal. And that ends Mia Holbrook's save streak. She had gotten about 2 or 3 in a row, playing very well in there for this quarter. All right, with 3.5 minutes left to go in the period, we'll get another face-off. Ball still on the ground. And that'll be picked up by the Hawks. Looks like that'll be a violation on the Knights. Stick with the Hawks. Dodge up there. The Hawks will clear. And they're running up. They have an opportunity right here. She's ahead. She could take that shot. Good spin move, shot on the goal, just over after the bounce on the ground. That'll stick with the Hawks. Great transition opportunity right there. Just missed it. The Hawks have 60 seconds left on the shot clock for them. Got a dodge right there. Shot on the goal. Saved right there. Morgan Bunch right there. Great shot. And the goalie, Morgan Bunch, gets checked. That's the danger of coming out of the goal. It's much easier to check that big net, and that'll be Hawks ball. Great defensive play right there, noticing that Morgan Bunch came out of the goalie's circle and checking the ball out to get the ball back for the Hawks. Great defensive play. Check from behind by the Knights, and that'll put the ball on the ground and in Knights possession. Run back up the field, ball's on the ground. Safe before it goes out of bounds. Minute and a half left in the period. Hawks running it, Knights running it up. Good defense by the Hawks. And this will be a free position opportunity for the Knights. And that'll be saved right there. Number 1, Mia Holbrook again, playing very well. Got a pass inside right there. Another pass, ball put on the ground, and that'll be picked up by the Hawks, but another check puts the ball, and it'll be back with the Knights. Frantic series of events right there. Ooh. Very dangerous play. Got a Hawk and a Knight down. Did not see each other and just ran full force into each other. We've got number 14, Michaela Martin, for the Knights walking off the field. We're still waiting to see if everything's okay with the Hawks player. Still not sure who that is. I believe that might be number 17, Sydney Parfait. Right there, still down. Just very unfortunate timing right there, right at the end of the game when the game's all but lost. It's like they're getting her up. She's walking off the field with a lot of help. Very unfortunate play at very unfortunate times. Neither player saw each other and just collided right there on the dodge. Number 14, Michaela Martin, right there. Ran full force into each other. As always, we'll hope Sydney is okay. Always hate to see that. All right, Knights with the ball after the dangerous play right there. We'll look to just wrap up this game. Shot clock off. 50 seconds left to go. Hawks playing with the last bit of aggression right there. Any ground ball, they're hounding after it. Pass inside. Not quite handled well, but picked right back up. And they'll just pull it right out. Number 17, India SA, will pull it right back out. Pass inside, and that is a goal, a shot for the Knights. Point number 21 for them on the day, and that'll likely run us down to the end of the game right there. That is number 21. Number 12, Reagan Bullock right there, assisted by Addison England on the goal, and that'll be the game. Your SVU Knights take the game 21-2 in their first postseason game in this USA South Conference matchup. That's 2 games in a row. Knights came in, took care of business. They were the better team throughout the year, posting a much better record, 10-5 on the season as opposed to Huntington's 4-9. Huntington fought hard. This may have had a similar result to the game on Saturday, but they played much harder, played much better defense, had some really good transition opportunities and offensive opportunities. So it was a really different game despite the similar result. You gotta praise the Hawks right there for making adjustments on the fly. Just 2 days difference between the 2 games. But the Knights will move on to the next round of the USA South playoffs, and we'll hope to see you then. Hopefully we'll be hosting the next game, and we'll get you another broadcast of SVU Athletics. My name is Mark Duffin, and thank you so much for joining us.